Afghan's foreign minister said the U.S. and other countries should release upward of $10 billion in funds that were frozen in the Taliban takeover. He told AP that sanctions against Afghanistan would not have any benefit. What circumstances are needed for the U.S. and its allies to release the money?
Well, I think what he's referring to is the status of the reserves. And the reserves remain inaccessible to the Taliban, I think, as many of you know. But let me outline for you why that is. They're located in certain financial institutions in the United States and other countries. And these institutions have put in place a common risk mitigation strategy when countries that hold funds in those institutions face considerable uncertainty. There are a number of reasons why these reserves remain inaccessible. And I'll note first, though, Josh, that of course this is a very complicated issue and we're continually reviewing thoughtfully and in coordination with allies and partners. But these are some important reasons. First and foremost, the status of the funds is a subject of ongoing litigation brought by certain victims of 9/11 and other terrorist attacks who hold judgments against the Taliban. These legal proceedings cannot be disregarded and have led to the temporary suspension of any movement of the funds through at least the end of the year and quite possibly longer. Second, the United States continues to face difficult fundamental questions about how it might be able to make reserve funds available to directly benefit the people of Afghanistan while ensuring that the funds do not benefit the Taliban. And obviously our objective as one of the world's biggest providers of humanitarian assistance is to get that assistance directly to the people. It is difficult to determine how that would not go through, that would not benefit the Taliban as it relates to these funds. Third, the Taliban remains sanctioned by the United States as a specially designated global terrorist group, and a number of its officials are subject to the UNSCR's 1988 sanctions regime. This raises immediate red flags for many state central banks and the financial community more generally when considering any transactions. Again, we're continuing to review. It's a very complicated and challenging issue, but that's the status and the reason why we have not, there is not any update on that at this point in time. Go ahead, Trevor.